Hey there and welcome guys. Today we're going to be talking about the Dumbbell Single Leg RDL, and we're going to be taking a neutral grip with this exercise today. This is what I find is the most comfortable grip for most people when you're doing this exercise. This is a great exercise for your hamstrings, mainly one hamstring at a time obviously because it's single leg. What you want to really be focusing on is doing this exercise correctly. At the end of the video we're going to be talking about some of the common mistakes that I want you guys to avoid with demonstrations. So firstly, you want to make sure your feet are inside shoulder width apart, that you're using the opposite arm to balance the weight while your working arm is coming right inside that shoe. You also want to make sure that your back is as flat as possible and the front working leg is not bent excessively, just a slight bend in your knee there. But before we continue with more tips, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
And the next thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you're doing it in a nice slow and controlled fashion. Don't go down fast because you will lose your balance. Also make sure that your head is down, that your chin is tucked, and that you're focusing on one thing in front of you and not like moving your eyes around, because you're 100% going to lose your balance doing that. Another key thing is to make sure that that back leg is coming straight back. You don't want to bring that leg out to the side, because then you will start losing your balance again. There's a key thing here, balance. So notice that back leg is not perfectly straight. It doesn't have to be. You're basically just getting it out of the way, but keeping it centered and in line. That way your leg doesn't pull you out to the side, and then you have to stop your set and set up again. Also notice my back here. So my back is straight, as you can tell from the back there, and then also from this angle. If your back does round just a little bit, that's not a big deal. Just really focus on not doing that and try to really go down with your hamstring. Another key thing is to make sure that your foot is completely planted flat on the ground and not like teeter-tottering between your toes and your heels. Also notice that front foot, the knee is not bent excessively. It's just a slight bend in my knee, and that's how you want it, because the more you bend your knee, the more you're going to activate your quadriceps. So just make sure to keep it slightly bent and hinge at the hips. The hips should be hinging, not the knee. And if it does, it just is slight. It's very slight, very, very minimal. Another thing is to make sure you use the opposite arm to counterbalance. Like I said, you could do it without doing that. You can hang on to something, but I wouldn't hang on to anything when you're doing this. I would just use the arm to counterbalance, because you got, however many pounds on one arm. You have to kind of balance it out with the other. Well, here's some common mistakes that I want you guys to avoid. Limited range of motion. If you're doing this, just stop doing the exercise and just do it with a barbell completely with both legs. Another thing is to make sure that you're not looking up, because then you will lose your balance. Your line of sight's in a continuously change, which makes it very hard to stabilize. Another mistake is keeping your shoulders up. You don't want to be shrugging when you're doing this, because that's just another muscle group that you have to focus on, and it will make you lose your balance because it's pulling. And then lastly, you want to make sure your back is straight and it's not rounded over like this. Keep your back straight, keep your chest nice and out.